morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. Looking at the MACDs, the moving averages of the day's support, resistance and pivot levels and the Fibonacci's. It is Friday, the 13th of August. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the US dollar, positive start to the day. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid a fall back through the pivot at 44,799 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 45,811. We'll need plenty of support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break out from 45,500 levels. So barring an extended rally on day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 46,816 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target 48,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 47,199. Fallback through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 43,411 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should avoid sub 43s. Second major support level sits at 42,399. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day. That's coming off the back of yesterday's late bullish cross. So look out for a further widening there to support further upside through the morning. On the EMAs, the 50 has begun to widen from the 100 and the 200. That's also supporting early upside and further gains through the morning. So key would be to avoid a fallback through the pivot at 44,799 and move back through to 45,500 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, the support levels will come into play. Moving across to Ethereum against the US dollar, it's also a positive start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum move back through the pivot 3089 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 3198. Support from the broader market will be needed for Ethereum to break out from 3150s. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high 3239.69 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum target the 23.6% fib at 3369 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 3349. Failure to move back through the pivot, bring the first major support level 2938 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should stay clear of sub 2900 levels. Second major support level sits at 2829. Looking at the MACD, we have a widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day. That's coming off the back of this morning's upside and yesterday's late partial recovery. So look out for a further widening there to support further gains through the morning. On the EMA, the 50 has flattened on the 100 and the 200 after a narrowing through late yesterday. So look out for direction there. It's inconclusive at present. So key would be to move back through the pivot 3089 and move through to 3150 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will come into play. Across to Litecoin against the US dollar, positive start. Going to need to see Litecoin move through the pivot at 169 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 177 and the 23.6% fib at 178. Support from the broader market will be needed for Litecoin to move back through to 170. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect the 23.6% fib and yesterday's high 179.79 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Litecoin target 190s before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 188. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 158 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should avoid sub 155. Second major support level sits at 150. Looking at the MACDs, widening of the bullish histograms after this morning's bullish cross. So look out for a further widening there to support further gains. On the EMAs, the 50 has flattened on the 100 and the 200, so look out for a widening there to support further upside through the day. So key would be to move through the pivot at 169 and back through to 170 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failures to do that, support levels will come into play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against the US dollar, also positive start. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP move back through the pivot at 9812 to bring the first major resistance level at 1.0290 into play. Support will be needed for Ripple's XRP to move back through to 1.0 levels. So barring an extended rally on to expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 1.04438 to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, should see Ripple's XRP target 1.15 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 1.0922. Failure to move back through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 0.9180 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid sub 0.90 levels. Second major support level sits at 8702. Looking at the MACDs, marked narrowing of the bearish histograms at the turn of the day, so look out for a possible bullish cross there. On the EMAs, the 50 is beginning to pull away from the 100 and the 200, so a further widening there would support upside through the morning. So key would be to move back through the pivot at 9812 and back through to 1.0 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, support levels will come into play.